What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today I'm using a team with all of the shiny event Pokemon from recently. We got shiny Miraidon, shiny Koraidon, and the shiny Treasures of Ruin. This team was put together by Zolrain. Thank you very much for putting this together. These shiny bikes are hard enough to get your hands on, but at least the shiny Ruins were easy to get. Now, this team is going to be very hard to use because they don't really have great synergy, if you've noticed. We've got Miraidon, Koraidon, Wo-Chien, Chien-Pao, and Ting-Lu all weak to Fairy. We've got Chien-Pao, Ting-Lu, Wo-Chien, and Chi-Yu all weak to Fighting. And then there's a couple other overlapping weaknesses as well that just have no resistances. But hopefully the Vessel and Ruin of Beads of Ruin can weaken damage enough so that this team can survive long enough that Miraidon can just delete things with its Electric Tera choice specs. And the Koraidon is a very interesting set. It's Electric Seed, which can get triggered by Miraidon, and then it's Flying Tera Acrobatics. Hopefully that comes up, and Acrobatics is a good coverage into what we need to hit. Maybe it won't be, we'll see. And then the most interesting other set to note here is this Chi-Yu is actually very bulky, special defense side, with Assault Vest. So hopefully it can take some good special hits for us if we need to. Beads of Ruin, and all these Ruinous abilities actually don't affect themselves, so Chi-Yu does still have good special defense, even with Beads of Ruin on the field. But it's going to be a struggle, so let's get into these battles and see how we can do. Alright, we've got Zamazenta Lunala with Politoed, Rillaboom, Ting-Lu of their own, and Whimsicott. Well, Lunala doesn't like seeing all these dark types, but it'll probably just Fairy Tera. They've got Ting-Lu and Rillaboom for our Miraidon, and they have Politoed for our Koraidon. What the heck? Chien-Pao is okay. We're gonna be fighting the terrain and weather wars here, which is crazy. I'm gonna go Wo-Chien. Wo-Chien is not bad at all. And I'll pair it with... I think I'll pair it with Miraidon, because Wo-Chien, not very scared of Rillaboom, honestly. And Tera in front of Zamazenta. Yeah, I like Wo-Chien a lot. I'll bring it with Miraidon. Miraidon, if a move is coming at it that I need to get out of, it'll be Rillaboom I need to run away from. I'll bring Koraidon as well, and probably Chien-Pao just for the Sash. They also have multiple mons weak to Ice, so that could be good. Good trainer card. Problem is, our Chien-Pao can't really hit a Zamazenta very well. Whimsicott Rillaboom. Really? Okay. Interesting. I can't really Leech Seed stuff, but I think I'll rip Tera Poison anyway. Start hitting foul plays into Rillaboom. I'm kind of feeling a Volt Switch here. I don't want a hard swap out. I want to decide what to do after I see a little bit more information. What's the worst case? If they just go straight for Moonblast into Miraidon, my Volt Switch could be a problem. Alright, they do Tailwind. That's good to know. And they U-turn out Wo-Chien. Cool. Good Tera. Give me a good foul play target. Oh, it's Lunala. Okay, that's a good foul play target. In fact, Volt Switch into foul play might one-shot. Well, I guess not one-shot, but get the KO. Especially when I bring in Chien-Pao for the defense drop. Yeah, Tailwind U-turn wasn't it, because I get information first. Goodbye, Lunala. Alright, good start. Honestly, Zamazenta was a scarier thing, so I'm not in an amazing position yet. They didn't bring Zamazenta. They brought Politoed instead. Huh. I'm happy to Leech Seed the Politoed and bring Miraidon. No, Koraidon? No. Ah, it's hard because of Whimsicott. Leech Seed Politoed. But Chien-Pao is threatened by Moonblast. And they got Rillaboom, Whimsicott, Politoed. Leech Seed for sure. Maybe it's just Protect for now. Get to see what they're gonna do. See their Tera. Grass Tera Politoed. Leech Seed won't do anything anymore. Might have to give up on Wo-Chien. They've got Gleam on Whimsicott. Okay, Miraidon could actually take that pretty well. They land Hypnosis into Wo-Chien when I could have brought Miraidon back in. That's crazy. Well, at least I wasn't doing anything that turn anyway. If you're gonna get a Hypnosis on somebody, it should be that, and it should be then. I'm gonna need Whimsicott out of here eventually. 2 turns of Tailwind. So I'm gonna go for Ruination into it. And bring in Miraidon. If you go for Gleam, it won't be that bad. If you go for Hypnosis, it won't work. I get my terrain control for at least a turn. Hopefully baiting out a switch on your end. And if you swap Politoed, well, I get to see Speed Tears. That did a lot more to Miraidon than I expected. And an accuracy drop on Wo-Chien, why not? Oh, and Miraidon, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Totally what you want to see. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to Ruination into Whimsicott. And probably, what, Draco the Politoed? Right, they didn't take terrain control back. They did take out Miraidon. Miraidon is down. Wo-Chien's still asleep. Tailwind is gone though, which is great. That means Koraidon can come in. Faster than Whimsicott for this turn. I'm going to click Foul Play into Whimsicott in case it's Sash. Probably would be. Flame Charge would be 75. Acrobatics would be like 2 something. So Acrobatics is pretty good. Politoed swaps, that's not surprising. They want their weather back. And they get to take terrain here. Because they took out Miraidon. This fairy weakness is a problem. Alright, they set up Tailwind. That's lovely. Because if we can wake up here and land the foul play, we don't have to worry about the fairy move anymore. Wo-Chien wakes up. Wo-Chien connects the foul play. Let's go, Wo-Chien. Polytoad. Now, I want to stall out this Tailwind. What's the best way to do that? Maybe I swap Wo-Chien this turn because they're not going to target it. And protect Koraidon. I feel like Chien-Pao can probably get in here for free. Or at least, because we're Sash, we won't lose it this turn. Grassy Glide behind Tailwind, though, is like, it's a little awkward. Did you knock off that slot? And Icy Wind. Okay, that won't take out Chien-Pao. Perfect. Now we get Koraidon off the field so we can get rid of this rain. Protect Chien-Pao. Get in Wo-Chien. We're doing okay here. U-turn into Chien-Pao. Okay. And Muddy Water. That's okay. It's the worst thing that could happen to Wo-Chien, I guess. But it's not that bad. Grass and Leftovers will heal us up a bit. They have knockoff and U-turn on their Rillaboom. Last turn of Tailwind. Get Chien-Pao off the field. Koraidon comes in. I guess I'll hit a Foul Play into Rilla. It's more accurate than Ruination, probably does roughly the same damage. I think Ruination would probably do a little bit more, but not so much. We now have Sun. Start sending Hypnosises, it's probably your best bet. Knock off the Wo-Chien's item. Muddy Water. Okay. Accuracy drops on Wo-Chien, of course. Yeah, Ruination would have done a little more, but whatever. Tailwind is gone. Last turn of Grass. I think I like Acrobatics Rillaboom. Ruination Polytoad. Battle's canceled. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Shiny team, getting a dub. Good trainer card. Alright. CSR Zama, Water Pond, Incin, Raging Bolt, Chien-Pao. Pretty basic. Pretty scary. Best bet into Zama is either Koraidon to do a ton of damage to it, Miraidon to do a ton of damage to it. Ghost Chi-Yu is interesting because of if they're Shadow Rider, we're resistant to most of what they can do, and if they're Zama, we can Tera. Wo-Chien with Tera is pretty good into Zama. I think those are the four I want. But what order? Koraidon can actually protect from a fake out, so I like that. Maybe put that with Chi-Yu and have Wo-Chien Miraidon in the back. That seems reasonable. I guess we'd be vulnerable to Intimidate from Incineroar. Awesome trainer card. Koraidon, so pretty. Against Chien-Pao Zamazenta. I don't hate that. I'm a little bit scared to Ghost Tera right now, though. Don't hate Flame Charge. I think I like Flame Charge, Tera Ghost. Ah, it's so scary. Because they could call the Tera Ghost and Sucker Punch. They could call that Koraidon isn't gonna Tera an Icicle Crash. We don't have our defense boost yet. Zama Tera, Dragon. That's fine. It's great to bait that out. Very quickly. If they protect Chien-Pao, we're not doing much here. And we reveal our Tera. Okay, we're actually faster than Chien-Pao, and it's gone. Okay, I'll take that. Sash is on Shadow Rider. Which is kind of bad. Body Press Whiff? Okay, that went pretty well, I'd say. Heat Wave does a huge amount of damage. Woo-wee. Critical hit. Burn? Okay, you can't have everything. That turn could not have gone better unless I burned. Hello, Shadow Rider. You are Choice Scarf. Not Choice Scarf, Focus Sash. Silly. Let's go ahead and just Flame Charge the Shadow Rider. Bring in Wo-Chien to take a hit. Can we live Astral? I'm gonna bring in Wo-Chien here. Saving Chi-Yu for later and ignoring Zamazenta might work out. I weaken my own Flame Charge damage is the thing, though. That does nothing. Astral Barrage, you don't have the Chi-Yu boost anymore. And Wo-Chien will actually weaken your body press, hopefully enough. Yes! Lovely. That's Acrobatics and bring in Miraidon to trigger this in. Maybe they see this coming and just protect their Shadow Rider and Body Press to finish off Koraidon. I could see it. Would put us in a little bit of an awkward position. But then our Miraidon can do so much. Ah, they did protect. Okay. Is it Body Press Korai? Must be. That does it. Okay. Wo-Chien it is. Astral Barrage will go first, won't be enough to take Miraidon or Wo-Chien. We'll Body Press the Wo-Chien, which we can just protect on. Be able to Volt Switch out into Chi-Yu. Should be fine. They actually swap Miraidon. Not Miraidon, Shadow Rider. So I actually get a Volt Switch into Incineroar. Lovely. Some respects. This will do a ton of damage. Let's see what the item is. wasn't that much damage. Could have been better. Body press. Whiffs on Chi-Yu. Lovely. Another turn of Sun is nice because we can overheat into Zamazenta here. And then presumably win with Wo-Chien. Go with Miraidon. Oh, that was a crit Heat Wave. Heat Wave spread 75, crit 100. That might be enough. Might not be. I think it's worth a shot though. Protect knockoff? Would I lose off of that? No, not necessarily. Body press into Miraidon is fine. Especially if overheat can KO here. Definitely not. No fake out is awkward. Knock off. Chi-Yu does not live. Alright, position I'm in. If they protect Zamazenta, they can KO Miraidon. Really don't have much choice but to take it. If they just attack with both, Wo-Chien's gonna take us so much damage with body press that I might just lose on the spot. But best bet would then be to Leech Seed, get rid of Zama over the course of a couple turns. Right, they do attack with both. Instant gone. Body press, it's gotta be in Wo-Chien, right? No, it's into Miraidon. Hang on, we hit this Leech Seed, we got a shot at winning this. Beautiful. They'll go down to Leech Seed next turn while I protect. We already took out Incin and Chien-Pao. So unless they have Pollen Puff on their Calyrex, which we already know should be Sash, Nasty Plot, they should go for Nasty Plot here then. But I don't think that'll be enough. Can't take the body press, so I have to protect you. Do they make the Nasty Plot call? They have Pollen Puff! No! No! How could you? How could you? This game was going so well. How could you have Pollen Puff? This was great. It was a good back and forth. I got myself into the winning position. And then you have Pollen Puff. Of course you have Pollen Puff. That's gonna KO too. No doubt. Yeah. What the heck? This is why no one likes you, Shadow Rider. Good game to my opponent. Great trainer card. Alright, Miraidon, Cali, Ice. Okay. Looks like they really like Trick Room too, because they've got Iron Hands and Ursaluna. They've also got Grim and Volcarona, which could reduce damage. Alright. They're gonna set Trick Room. It's either Volt Switch plus Ice Rider, or Fake Out plus Ice Rider. What's the best thing I can do against that? Ting Lu is pretty slow. Not necessarily going to be slower than Ice Rider, but it depends on their spread, honestly. Wo-Chien can lower their attack as well, which could be good. So honestly, why not lead with Miraidon, try to do some big damage of my own with Wo-Chien. Just let them get up Trick Room. Have maybe Ting-Lu and Koraidon? Gonna be pretty weak to ice one way or another. Maybe I could bring Chien-Pao. The Sucker Punch isn't bad. Yeah. Leaving Koraidon at home for this one. No trainer card for this one. Ice Rider is just absolutely terrifying. Iron Hands Volcarona. Wait, what? I don't get it. Are they gonna have both restricteds in back then? Probably. Tablets of Ruin weakens the Iron Hands, which is pretty nice, but I'm threatened pretty heavily by the Volcarona. So I think I need to harass. Maybe I could just like Electro Drift Volk, Tera Poison, get a Leech Seed on Iron Hands. You can only fake out one of us. If you fake out the Wo-Chien, Electro Drift is gonna hurt. Fake out the Miraidon. Maybe pack that up with like a Struggle Bug or a Quiver Dance. Tailwind. Okay. We get the seed onto Iron Hands, even though the animation shows the seeds being like 10 whole feet in front of Iron Hands for some reason. Never quite got how they do Leech Seed there. Well, I think I'm happy to drift Volcarona now. I'll Leech Seed into the other slot. Struggle Bug makes sense to slow down my Miraidon a bit, damage-wise, but like, I'm specced. I'm gonna do some damage. Maybe I should have Volt switched out here. There's nothing I really want to bring in when Iron Hands is there. Alright, not quite the KO. They have Rocky Helmet as well. And low kick cleans out Miraidon. Okay, critical hit. That crit might not have been necessary. A chip from Rocky Helmet plus Struggle Bug probably does. If I bring in Ting-Lu, I could just get deleted by the Iron Hands if they're slow. If I bring in Chien-Pao, I could at least protect for one turn. And then try to get rid of Iron Hands. Slowly. With Ruination. Ruination plus another turn of Leech Seed, plus then maybe Sucker Punch can finish it from there? I'm not sure. Actually raise powder away the Ruination. Awkward. But yeah, waste a low kick. Love to see it. Corona down. Alright, what am I most worried about? I have Miraidon. Well, like, what are they gonna do? Double Chien-Pao? I guess maybe. But I think I'm gonna just take advantage of my Sash, go Icicle Crash Miraidon, bring in Ting-Lu. Because their best way of getting rid of Wo-Chien would be to Electro Drift it right here, right now. Iron Hand swaps. Alright, they're not going to be able to get a KO this turn, which is amazing. But they do preserve their fake out for another turn. If they're max speed Miraidon, I could even move first. If I lose the speed time or win the speed time, whichever it is. Honestly, Shiny Ting-Lu is the one I like the least of all these. Oh, they Volt switched. Cool play. And they correctly attacked Chien-Pao. I do get the Icicle Crash in the hands, which ain't bad. Ooh, that's a lot of damage with the critical hit. Thank you. And their Tailwind is done. Oh, I was thinking it was Trick Room up. It was Tailwind the whole time. I'm goofy. I still have Tera. I could protect Chien-Pao. They know I have Protect. Icy Wind. Throat Chop the Calyrex. Okay, they actually correctly fake out the Chien-Pao. They Glacial Lance and are faster than Ting-Lu. Uh-oh. That's big damage from Ting-Lu, but it's probably too much now. Yeah, I guess with Tailwind it makes sense that they're faster. How am I going to be able to beat Miraidon? I'm not going to be able to beat Miraidon, honestly. They're faster than 58. They may not be faster than 90. So I go Foul Play there. Throat Chop the Iron Hands. Foul Play connects into Calyrex. We are faster than Calyrex there. Hopefully they're very slow Iron Hands, but I can't guarantee that. Nope, they're quite fast. Or at least they're not slow. Miraidon's gonna be able to delete Wo-Chien now. And that is GG's. So we're max physical defense, we're not gonna be able to take on that. But I guess my best play is Foul Play Iron Hands, get rid of that, it can't do any more damage to me. Maybe live a hit from Miraidon. But no, they're probably specs Electro Drift here. Oh! Certainly over. So what's my play? They didn't PP up Electro Drift, I get a quadruple protect, and then they struggle. I'm not gonna play to that. Because that is just astronomically low of the chance of that happening. Good game to my opponent. But please get a trainer card. Okay. That is a Regulation F team. What? This is ranked. I mean, you're allowed to do that, but it's Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Urshifu, Dragonite, Tornadus, Kingambit. Funny enough, if I'm going to lose to a Reg F team, it'd be with this. This is not good into Fluttermane. Best bet into Fluttermane. Ting-Lu is okay. The lower special attack output. Wo-Chien could Tera. Chi-Yu has good special defense, honestly. I'm a little worried about Torn Ursh. I don't hate Miraidon, Wo-Chien, Koraidon, Ting-Lu. And I have Wo-Chien out front in case I want to Tera that. Ting-Lu could swap in mostly safely. Yeah. I don't know. That's actually a really strong Regulation F team. Good trainer card. Dragonite, Tornadus. Alright, so they're ready for Koraidon. If I were to set Sun up, they could get rid of that. What am I worried about? Tailwind Scale Shot? Like Electro Tera Drift to Dragonite. Tera. I think I want to Electric Tera, Drift Dragonite, and Foul Play into it. Because the thing I'm most scared of is Tailwind Scale Shot. If I get hit by Tailwind Scale Shot, that's the main way I could just lose this. I guess I could have swapped Miraidon into Ting-Lu. Tera on their end is Fairy Dragonite? Normal Dragonite. Okay. I mean, I'm lowering your attack right now, so if you're the extreme speed set, you're not going to do that much. About half to Miraidon. And Tailwind. Okay. Show me you're not multi-scale so I can just delete you. That would be awesome. But otherwise, Foul Play plus Electro Drift finals it, so. Ooh. Multi-scale. Goodbye, Dragonite. They've got Tailwind I have to deal with. I can protect, bring in Ting-Lu. They're gonna bring in Chi-Yu. That's scary. I'll bring in Ting-Lu and I will protect. This could be an easy sunny day heat wave. Try to delete both of these. I can pivot around. I can bring in Ting-Lu to lower their special attack. Hopefully, Ting-Lu can live a couple heat waves. If I set up Sun, that's a little scary. Because I'm not Assault Vest. They go for Taunt onto Wo-Chien, which would not have worked. But probably just covering for a switch, because like Wo-Chien's gonna take this heat wave very well. Dodge? Ting-Lu dodges, that's huge. Alright, Stomping Tantrum to Chi-Yu. Do I give up Wo-Chien? Wo-Chien would be good into Urshifu and King Gambit, but not Fluttermane. If I bring in Koraidon, I'm a little bit scared. Well, Koraidon loses to Fluttermane. He's even better into King Gambit and Urshifu. So honestly, I'm Stomping Ting-Lu. Go into Koraidon. Just trying not to lose a Mon right here, right now. If I lose Koraidon, it might not be the end of the world, since there's a good chance they have Fluttermane left. And Koraidon's never going to be able to do anything if they have Fluttermane left. Go for Taunt into Ting-Lu this time, which also fails. Whew, that's so much damage. They crit the Koraidon, that's why. Here, have a Stomping. Don't be Sash. Good. King Gambit is their final mon. With Supreme Overlord. Oh, yo. Last turn of Tailwind. I think I'm happy to protect Koraidon here. And I'll just Stomping the King Gambit. If they take out King Gambit, if they take out Ting Lu here, what can I really do about it? I'm glad they didn't try to taunt Wo-Chien again, because then I wouldn't be able to protect with my Koraidon. Yeah, Bleak Wind makes sense. Could be Bleak Wind into Iron Head for Ting Lu, which should take it out. They have Brick Break. Okay. Tailwind is gone. I think I'm gonna go Miraidon. And what I'm gonna do is KO something. They don't currently have Tailwind. So I can either Specs Electro Drift their King Gambit, or I can Collision Course their King Gambit. What's the worst case? Protect Bleak Wind Storm, but they have Brick Break, so it's unlikely they have Protect. That tells me it's probably an Assault Vest set. A Tailwind, that's probably not even fast enough. They Sucker Punch Miraidon, that does take it out because of the Supreme Overlord boost. They're very strong. Here, have a Collision Course. Goodbye, King Gambit. Alright, Tornadus versus the world, but Tornadus is pretty good versus the world. Since everything I have is weak to Bleak Wind. Okay, so what I need to do is make sure Koraidon takes the fewest number of Bleak Wind attempts possible. They have 3 turns of Tailwind, so that would be Protect, Dodge, Protect. Meanwhile, I will Leech Seed the Tornadus to get some health back on Wo-Chien. Bleak Wind shouldn't be able to one-shot Wo-Chien, thankfully. Let's see how much it does. Hopefully I can take another one after some Leech Seed. Ooh, a dodge is beautiful. Wo-Chien can probably win this on its own now. Because Ruination probably better here, but then Foul Play, and then Acrobatics. If they miss Bleak Wind onto Koraidon, that would be amazing. Nah, they don't. But Wo-Chien dodging again is kind of insane. Ruination. If they had Rain Dance, they probably would have popped that by now, so they laid that out. They had Rain Dance. I guess my best bet is to just protect as much DC damage as possible. Yeah, the only punish there would have been Rain Dance, and I was saying that I don't think they had Rain Dance. Or Nasty Plot. It does learn Nasty Plot. No one's ever going to use that, but it's a thing. So I should only have to live 1 Bleak Wind. And Foul Play. No way that's enough. Perfect. A crit would have been enough. Good job, Wo-Chien! You did it! Let's go! Maybe I should have taken out the Tornadus earlier, but good game. And we're back. There were some weird matches there, but Wo-Chien, I really like. The rest of the team could have done a little better. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and go check out Zolrain. But anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright, peace.